Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going up there in DC?
It's good so far, hot weather, but we had a little bit of, I think, the hurricane that's coming through because we had some heavy rains this afternoon. So I'm sure it's all over you right now.
It was. So I was at the gym earlier today, and it started storming before I went to the gym, but I was like, it wasn't that bad. And then it was really coming down. Excuse me, coming down. Then the power kept going in and out. Luckily, I was finishing up my workout, but I already know my power was gonna be out. It's just to be expected. Then I get the text that it's gonna be out. Then I get a text saying it's not going to be back till 11:45 p.m. But then, luckily, it came on at 7:15 p.m. So we got to do the show.
That's good. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, just it's hot out there, and it being without power for even just a few hours
Yeah, it was hot.
it's a pain. So I'm glad
Yeah.
we're back here.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll let you all take it away. Movie reviews.
Sure thing. So this weekend I saw a Amazon. It's not an Amazon original, but it's on Amazon. A film called Radioactive, and it's a biopic about the life of Marie Curie. And for those unfamiliar with Marie Curie, she is the scientist who discovered polonium and radium and radioactivity in essence. And so this movie is follows her early life, not early life, but her kind of meeting her husband and working on discovering polonium and radium, and then her subsequent death of her husband and how she's kind of adapted to that and what she did later in life. Rosamund Pike plays Marie Curie, and she does a great job. But this movie kind of misses in the biopic realm. And the reason I say that is because I think the director was trying to go for a little bit of an uneven aspect of her life. And we learn about her discovering radium early on, which is fine. But, there's a lot that was exciting about that. I think that they kind of breezed along and then they kind of jumbled kind of parts of her life to give you the highlights, and then her later parts of life when she kind of developed this x-ray system for mobile ambulances during World War I, as she lived in France at the time. So overall I would give it an okay movie if you need to watch. It is interesting to learn about someone kind of who did so much in the scientific world and her life, but I think they could have done a better job with it. It doesn't cost anything extra on Amazon Prime, so if you're looking for something a little different than the norm, it's worth checking out. But otherwise, I think it's something you can just kind of put on in the back burner while doing other things. Um, and so that's it for movies. I will say, though, I have started to try to catch up on old things. First of all, I've watched the first few episodes of The Last Dance, the Netflix documentary. I like it so far, but I will say it hasn't caught me in the sense that I need to watch the next episode. And I'll tell you the part I kind of stopped at is right after Dennis Rodman's episode. And maybe it's just because I learned about Michael, Scotty, and Dennis, and then I'm like, okay, well, I don't really care about Phil Jackson, so I kind of just like put a pause on it. Also, though, maybe I'm just not as big of a basketball fan as others, and I will finish it, but it is very interesting. I do love learning about kind of seeing everyone in their youth and like where they grew up and how they came up around. The other show that I just started, and Chike, you'll appreciate this, is Breaking Bad. So after all these years, after over a decade, I finally started Breaking Bad and just finished the first two seasons. And for anyone who hasn't seen it, this show is a show that lives up to the hype. So if you need something new to watch during quarantine and you haven't seen it yet, definitely check out Breaking Bad. It's on Netflix, and they do a great job.
So, full disclosure about Breaking Bad, I had about 3 or 4 attempts to try to absorb it before I actually let it catch on. because I would start it and then I would stop it and be like, I'm not interested. And I would start it again and then stop. So the beginning is kind of slow, but once it picks up and that pace gets a hold of you, it doesn't stop and you're not going to want to stop watching.
Yeah. I say once you get Saul in the picture,
yes,
that's when it's like really hitting its stride.
Yeah. So those that keep trying. It'll catch on. Trust me. All right. So I saw 2 films. One is a documentary. It's called Weight of Gold, and it is produced and narrated by Michael Phelps, the Olympic gold swimmer. Everyone knows Michael Phelps. This film discusses mental health, depression, anxiety, and the life of Olympic gold athletes, and not necessarily Olympic gold athletes, but Olympic athletes in general. And it talks about their life during the time of being in the Olympics, leading up to with the training of the Olympics. And I'm going to be honest and say that this was very eye-opening for me. I don't know how many of you out there thought that, being an Olympian, you've basically made it. Like that was your life and you were like solid and everything was good. No, they talk about the pressures that they're under, the pressures that they have been under, some of them since childhood, how they forgave regular life to be an Olympian, and how being an Olympian didn't measure up to what they thought it was going to be. And even after, what do we do with our Olympians that are retired and not, participating in sports anymore? Very eye-opening. Definitely check it out. And kudos to all involved. There were a number of Olympic athletes that participated in this documentary, and I want to thank them all for being so open and honest with their stories and the candor of it all. This will definitely win some awards. It should. It's that good.
Nice.
So definitely check it out. It's airing on HBO. It's called Weight of Gold. So the next film is from Queen Bee herself, Miss Beyonce, and it's called Black is King, and it is airing on Disney Plus. I don't know that if I did not have Disney Plus, I would have bought Disney Plus just to watch this, but because I have it and she's offering it, I'm going to watch it. First of all, the cinematography, the imagery, the music, of course, Beyonce comes with the music, but the cinematography and the whole visual installation of this project was phenomenal. She calls it a visual album. I look at it, it's an art installation because it's hitting on so many cylinders. And there's so many cinematographers that lended their talents to create this imagery that we see. I can't even begin to name, and most of them are African. And Beyonce is definitely a higher integrity of artist than I gave her credit for. After watching this, I feel differently about her. Not that she wasn't great, not that she wasn't an ultimate artist, but watching this gives her layers and depths. And she made someone of color proud to be of color. She made you appreciate your ancestry. She made you want to know more about your ancestry. It was just very inspirational. And if you have an opportunity to experience it, definitely check it out on Disney Plus. The music is great. The choreography is great. And basically, it's just a long movie with music videos in between. But it's phenomenal. She's following in the steps of Michael Jackson. He probably was the originator of the video movie. And then Janet Jackson followed by with Rhythm Nation. And you can't count Madonna out. Even though she did not do that, she did create film. She made movies related to her art. Prince as well, he did the same thing. So give Beyonce her credit. Check out her art. It's definitely worth watching. Steven?
Nice.
I attempted to watch it yesterday, but it was after bottomless mimosas at brunch. So I fell asleep. But the part I remember was good. I'm going to watch the rest of it. So I did get Disney Plus, Adam. I said, I got to tell Adam I got Disney Plus. I broke down and paid the $4.99. And
Nice.
I'll be watching that and Hamilton, and I'll let you know what I think about it.
Oh,
Good.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything come down the the pipeline?
Did you watch The Shy yesterday?
I never watched The Shy.
You never watched The Shy?
I heard it's great, but I don't watch it. Yeah. I got too much I
Steven.
watch. I got too much I gotta watch.
Oh man.
But I heard it's
We
a
have
great
some
show.
of the guests on the show. You have
I know.
to watch The Shy. You have to watch it. You have
yeah.
to.
One thing
Oh,
I've
no.
learned, I can interview almost anybody. I don't have to hear or see it. No, but I do like supporting. You know, I mean, I heard it's a great show. So
Yeah, it is.
It comes on Showtime.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why.
So The Shy was very climatic. I don't want to tell the story, but it's very climatic last night. And those that do
Shout out!
watch it
Can
know
you
what I'm
shout out
talking about.
to our friend of the show and your friend who was on the Shadow?
Oh, Miss Miriam A. Hyman,
Yes.
aka Miss Robin Hood. She's going to be on the
Yeah.
show soon. I guess when we come back from hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing a phenomenal job. And
And she
I
posted
actually did.
She just posted a picture of Lala Anthony.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. She's using this opportunity as a good vehicle to get
Yeah,
her
she should.
brand
Yeah.
out there, and
Yeah.
she's well deserved.
Yeah.
She is an accomplished actress, and she does an
talented.
awesome job on this show. I'm so glad that she had an opportunity
And
to
then Phyllis
be.
Phyllis Hyman, is that her aunt?
Is her
Phyllis
cousin.
Hyman?
Is her
Okay.
cousin.
Yeah.
And Mr. Earl Hyman, who played Grandpa on The Cosby Show.
Okay.
He was Cliff's father.
Yeah.
That's her
Yeah.
uncle.
Awesome.
Yep. So definitely check out The Shy. It was very, very great. What else am I watching? Oh, I'll Be Gone in the Dark or Alone in the Dark. What's the name of that the one from HBO with Patton Oswalt's wife, Michelle McNamara? She wrote a book. I'll Be Gone in the Dark. That's the name of it. There's the finale of the documentary happened last night. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm going to watch that tonight. So I'll talk about that next week. And yeah, that's all I have for now.
All right.
Yeah, it's always a mystery for me, so I'll keep you posted.
Yeah. I watch so much stuff, but I can't remember her name, so it doesn't matter. All right,
Oh, I did watch this. It's not hilarious, but just the whole concept of it was very intriguing to me. And it was a documentary called Lot Lizards. And I know you're probably looking at me like, what the hell is a lot lizard?
Mhm.
A lot lizard is a woman who is a prostitute on
Truck stop or something.
trucking lot.
Oh wow.
So truckers that pull into the truck lot, there are women that actually work the truck lots. They're called lot lizards. And I watched that documentary.
Not
It was
lot
so
lizards.
fascinating. Yeah, I know, right? But it was so fascinating. And one of the characters, she was hilarious to me because she lived her life out in the open and she didn't care. She was very candid. So I was like, I appreciate you, sis. Like, I
Right.
like you.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for letting us know what to waste our time and sometimes our money on COVID on and what not to. But have a great week and yeah, keep watching and let us know.
All right, will do. Thanks a lot, Steven.
All right.
See ya.
Right back after this.